It's Danny with Danielle Nicole Show with Afrovibes TV, and I have a very special guest with me.
Hi, I'm Nadia.
Thank you so much for joining the show. So today we're just going to dive deep into like relationships, but relationships digitally, and also how it affects your mental health, like with social media. And, you know, everybody's jumping in the DMs and trying to talk to you. And sometimes they have like false or they have like bad intentions is what I'm trying to say. And so I just want to bring you on and kind of talk about your experience and what you think about that.
Well, first, I personally have not had an experience that made it out the DMs.
Oh.
So, like, there's never been a guy that, like, approached me via social media or the internet that I've ever, like, pursued or, like, has manifested into, like, a real life interaction.
Never, ever.
No.
Not even in your, like, younger days.
No.
Never?
Every person, I mean, there's so many people in the world every day. I just feel like, you know,
yeah.
I prefer
in-person
any type of relationships to be, like, in person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even, like, friendships. Like, I have a couple of, like, friends, like, other girls that we DM a lot, but...
Have you ever met them?
No.
No. Okay. Like, never? Like, nowhere?
Never.
You never ran into them?
No.
Because that's like, happened to me. Like, I've met a bunch of people, like women on Instagram, and I support women. Like, if you look good, I'll hit the like button, and I'll even drop a comment if you look like I like what I see. I'm going to drop a comment. I'm going to support. I'm not the girl like, oh, she looks too good. I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm going to show love. And then oftentimes they show love back, you know? And then sometimes we're like, looking at each other's story and we're commenting on the story, and now we're having a whole conversation.
And that's how it be.
And the ideas.
But it's never been like, I'm trying to think. I've tried to have friendships, but I even started group chats, like girls in the same area, because I moved out here from another state. So, but it just never manifested into nothing. Like, it never. And all my friends in relationships and anything have been people I've met in person.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like you should just become really close with whomever you meet on social media, because you always have to be worried about exactly. Same with guys, but you know, someone has made it outside of the DM, but it didn't go anywhere.
Wait, like guy wise? Okay, yeah. Wait. So how
it didn't really?
So what does it take to make it out the DMs? Does he just have to look good enough?
You have to look good. And we have to have like some type of connection outside of the DM. So it started in the DM, and then we started like FaceTiming, and they were calling, falling asleep on the phone. So it made it like far, I guess.
Okay. And then why didn't it work?
It didn't work out because we lived in two different.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess if I was single and back dating, I mean, I guess it would be realistic to expect that in this day and age. But I don't know. I've always met like great people just in everyday life. So I never have thought like, dang, let me go to the internet.
Yeah. Where do you find the really great people? Asking for myself.
Honestly, I mean, it depends on, okay, what I'll ask is like, what kind of person is a really great person to you?
To me. So a really great guy to me would be someone who's intentional. What I mean by intentional is like they're dating with intent to like have a family and be supportive. So supportive is another one. Someone who's God-fearing, someone who's big on family, because I'm big on family. So if you're not connected with like your mom, your dad, that's going to be like some type of issue for me if I understand like why. So if you're just like distancing yourself because maybe you and your mom don't have the best relationship, then it's going to draw like some red flags and some triggers, because why can't you get connected on that level? I guess.
I feel that. Mommy,
because I know everybody's different, and I know like to each his own, but like I said, I'm just big on family. So
me too.
That matters to me the most.
I am too.
I want to have the barbecue picnic. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off. I want to have the barbecue picnic. I want to have the family gatherings. I want my family, your family. We all get together.
That's how what I have now. I'm like the get together person. I'm like, we're having a barbecue. We're outside till 2:00 in the morning, talking
laughing,
in the backyard on the patio.
Games, the kids are running around.
Yeah, that's what I love. And so, I mean, I feel like for me, if you embody that, and I feel like I come from that, and that's what I like. And I've just recently started being more intentional in my presentation, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like what you truly are is what you're going to attract. And so like, you'll find it in anywhere that you are. Just don't go to places where the kind of character person you're looking for
won't probably be there.
Yeah. Like, if you're looking for a guy that's like a family guy, it's not going to be the same guy that you see when you go have your business lunches and he's sitting at the bar every single time. You know, it's not going to be that guy. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I say every single time, but what if he's that like? So what if you're having a business lunch and the guy happens to be at the bar?
Like, that's fine. But if you have you're a realtor and you have a lot of clients. So, if you have like a set place and you're like, oh, because I was a waitress before, you see people, they frequent a lot, this is where they go, they have their meetings. And every time you go around this time, they're getting turned. Like, that's not the guy for you,
right.
Unless that's what you're looking for. But it's like, I don't be in places that, I want people to associate me with. Mm-hmm. And then also, I would not expect to find someone that has a characteristic I'm looking for in a place where that character wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I get specific in my head about like the character of the person. Yeah. Even myself, like I build this character and I'm like, would she go there?
Yeah.
Like, would he go there with your future husband? Would he be there? I don't think my future husband even likes clubs. Yeah. I don't think he, and then you just don't go there.
Yeah.
But the internet, it just seems like my biggest
ick. A facade.
Yeah, and my biggest ick is guys that are in the camera.
Sometimes they look good though.
One thing about me, I don't like guys that are in the camera. Like,
too much. Like, if you're all in it, like you are
at all, really at all.
You're not a baddie.
Right? Like, they're trying to be a social media influencer, and I mean, I get it, get your bag, but that's just not me. Yeah. That's not me, who I am as a woman. Mm-hmm. And like, even like my husband, he like has one picture on social media from 2016. Wow. But like every guy that I've ever dated doesn't even have social media. Like, even the ones my age, like I'm an out the way type of person, and I've attracted out the way people.
Yeah.
And that's just me. Like, when I see a guy, like if I'm out dating right now, if I were to have to be, God forbid, if I have to be out in this dating pool, a selfie on Instagram will be like the biggest ick for me. Like, I just can't. You might be a great person. That's just me. I just don't like it. Like,
do you think that makes them less masculine if they're doing that? Like, be honest.
I do.
Why?
I do. I don't know. It's just when I think of a man, you know what I'm saying? I think of the process it took you to get that selfie, and all of that. Like, think about it. You know what I'm saying? He has 20, like, you sat up a camera. Mm-hmm. It's just giving
baddie.
Yeah, it's giving baddie, babe. It's baddie. So I just don't, that's not for me. It might be for someone, but it's not for me.
So a lot of people do like workout videos. Is that, I mean, that's kind of like, no? Still borderline baddie?
It's borderline baddie. It's borderline baddie, but it's like the ways that it could be done.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get too much details because I don't want people to feel like I'm talking about that. But it's ways that it can be done, especially if you're getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I've seen like workout videos where like you're actually being constructive and like giving good workout advice. Yeah. Then I've seen workout videos where you want some attention, babe. It's giving baddie. Yeah. That's how I feel. So
we're gonna name this show Baddie.
Baddie boys.
Yeah. Okay, no, not bad boys.
Bad boys.
No. Okay, so I want to circle back to something you mentioned a little bit ago, mm-hmm. when you said you started to be intentional even with the way that you dress.
My presentation.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
when you say presentation, I assume dress.
The way that I dress, also the way that I speak, the things I respond to, like, because all that is like anything that's first impression worthy is what I consider my presentation.
Exactly.
Anything that people will be taking in when they first meet me. So if me and you're having a conversation, anyone that walks by and sees how I'm interacting with you, that's my presentation, you know?
Yes.
And so I've started being more intentional about that. Number one, I work in sales. So, mm-hmm. I've noticed I get different responses. As a woman working in sales, and a Black woman too, there's already like a negative, aggressive connotation to us. So
yeah,
I have to be intentional with presenting softer, mm-hmm. and then I get treated softer, and then I make more money, and then people think that I need help with everything. Yeah. Like, I started presenting myself delicate because I want to be treated delicate. Yes,
I love that.
Like, I'm not saying I can't present as a boss and be delicate, but I think they can coexist.
Yeah.
It's like appearance is delicate, and then I open my mouth, and it's like boss.
Yeah, I love that. I was just gonna ask you, like, how do you connect being delicate and also being a boss?
Well, because my presentation is really just to disarm people,
Okay.
like how I'm presented right now, like no one's gonna be on guard.
Right. Like everyone's just like Phil when you walked in the door. He was like, "Oh, where you before you
I'm just gotta coming from the back room." But no, I just feel like it just, and when a lot of people don't put that much time and effort into it, like in Houston, especially, I get it, it's hot, but like the dress code is naked. So when you see someone that's able to like execute style and things like that and still carry a certain level of class, people are interested.
Okay, so I brought that up. So I'm gonna stop you there. So I brought that up to ask you your viewpoints on women who like to like dress more like sexy, if you will. Does that mean that that is going to attract the wrong type of people, or people are gonna?
It is.
Okay, so don't be sexy.
No. I feel like right now I'm sexy.
Not saying be revealing, like
yeah, but I feel like right now, like I feel sexy right now. You know what I'm saying?
So there's different levels to sexy.
I feel like sexy is sexy, and everyone has their own type of sexy.
Okay,
but I don't know who told us the lie that that naked was equivalent to sexy. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some women that are naked and I don't think they're sexy.
Yes,
you know, I don't think that's sexy. It's just you're just naked. Yeah, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable. Like, you feel the discomfort in the room with people, and that's not sexy.
Okay.
If I have to go somewhere, and I mean, I have worn revealing clothes before, but now I'm in a different space.
Yeah.
But if I have to go somewhere, and this has been my experience when I wore more revealing-ish clothes, it's like I go somewhere where other people, I don't see anyone else dressed that way, and I start to feel ashamed. I start to feel like, dang, I should have put that outfit on that I thought about at first, because
I'm an advocate for like right place, right time, like right time, right place. So if you're going to a business meeting, then obviously it would be kind of strange for you to have, you know, exposed tits out and like maybe a high slit. So I just feel like there's a right time.
There's a time and place, but I mean, I feel like there's certain extents that are never necessary in public. Booty cheeks are never necessary to me. See-through with no bra on is never necessary to me. There's a way to execute, you know, a little bit of revealing with still maintaining some class. Yes. And that's people don't know how to teeter that line. I feel like that's an art. To be able to, you know, get the same reaction that you would by being naked without having to get naked. I feel like that's a P move. Like, and you're gonna get treated much better, right? Yes. Like their minds are we're women, they're gonna wonder regardless. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna sexualize us regardless. You don't have to, you know, baggy clothes on. Oftentimes I go to the store and I'm just comfortable. So like I'll throw on a hoodie, some really big sweats, and like they're like, "Hey girl." I'm like, "Hey." Because you're beautiful. But I mean, a lot of women, and I feel like maybe it's really the validation of other women. Because it is. Because men play a part in it by like over sexualizing women and the porn industry, all that stuff. But really, I feel like it's women against women that are doing that. But why is it like that? We're gonna go on break. We'll be right back. So I want to jump right back into what you were saying. You were saying that there's a line. An art. Excuse me. There's an art. Explain to us what you mean by that. For example, like I said, I think that I'm very sexy now. You look very beautiful. And most men would see me in this and sexualize me heavily. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. To me, I'm still revealing a little bit. Yeah. But I'm not revealing for what most people would consider revealing. Some people would consider this very modest. I wouldn't consider this very modest, but some people would, you know, but I would still get the same, if not more attention than being naked. But I think there's the execution, you know what I'm saying? And the way that people are naked, it just has no class to it. Like it's no taste. And I feel like women, seeing other women on the internet for things that were never meant to leave the internet has become like the everyday life because people take the internet too serious. Yeah. And so now it's like, even like with I was having this conversation and someone told me like, oh, everyone has a BBL now. Yeah. That's not true. Yeah. That's not true. On the internet, it seems like everyone has a BBL. But then in real life, if you see someone with a BBL, it's like, because you don't see that often in real life. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people, their social media with their phone, that turns into their real life. Okay. So it's like everyone outside isn't naked, but because everyone on your phone is, it has programmed you to think that everyone's doing that. Yeah. So now, it feels normal. I don't think, I don't think it's normal.
I'm going to say, so like I said, I'm an advocate, right place, right time, but like I do like to be sexy, and that doesn't mean like I gotta be naked or my ass cheeks have to be out. Mm-hmm. But I'm an advocate like for what I have on right now. Like I don't mind showing a little boob, or I don't mind wearing fitted clothes. I like to wear fitted clothes, so I don't mind doing that. That makes me feel sexy. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you look good, you feel good, but it's to each his own. So how you.
It's about the mindset of why we think that we only look good when we're showing something. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, the whole new mindset. And it's, like I said, men play a part in it by what they are rewarding, but also.
But you can visually see, like you look in the mirror and you can see yourself before you leave. Before you leave the house.
Okay, I'll ask you this then. Okay, so say you wore that shirt, right? Mm-hmm. And you're out and about in your day, and then like you pick your kid up from school or something, and all the other moms are covered, and then immediately you're like, oh shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wouldn't put anything on that I would be ashamed of in any setting. Mm-hmm. So like when we went to the award show, we were all dressed up in gowns. If I had to stop at HEB, I wouldn't feel ashamed that I'm wearing a gown. I'd feel proud. I feel like I'm the shooting HEB. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have worn something that was like just barely hanging off my nipple, I would have been like this in the HEB. Like even though it looked good for the picture at the awards, I would have been like, oh, damn, somebody's grandma just see me, somebody's kid just see me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't think anything that you can't go to any setting in and still be proud. Yeah. I'm not saying it has to be appropriate for that setting, but you could go anywhere with the clothes you just left church on. Yeah. And you'll feel proud anywhere as long as you look good. Yeah. When we dress up the other night, we'll feel proud as long as we look good, Yeah. But we all have that internal compass. Yeah. And if you can't go pick up your kid in it, you can't go somewhere in an emergency in it, you know what I'm saying? Because you're ashamed now. Yeah. When that internal compass starts telling you wrong and right, then that's too far. Yeah. But a lot of people have done wrong so long that they don't have that.
They don't know when somewhere too far.
Right.
When you've gone too far. Or maybe they don't care.
Or they're taking the attention that they're getting as positive, even though like sexual attention isn't negative. Yeah. Isn't necessarily positive.
Or maybe they'll say, well, why are you guys talking to me like this?
Right. And that's another thing, which I'm not an advocate for disrespecting a woman because she presents herself in a certain way. Yeah. But also, not even but, aside from that, you still have to be mindful of what you're saying about yourself and in the way you present. If you're saying you don't respect yourself, it's an expectation that.
But it's not fair for you to tell, like, for you to say that these women or ladies or whatever you want to call them don't respect themselves because they want to.
I wouldn't say it's not fair. I wouldn't say it's not fair.
Why?
Because, okay, here's the thing.
Because just because they like to wear this type of things doesn't mean that the guys should be like, oh yeah. They don't say, oh yeah, I want to F you right now, but
no, No, because like I said before, men are going to do that regardless of what we have on. Yeah. But also we have to look at, these clothes were never meant for everyday wear. These clothes were made for entertainment purposes, right? Whether that be in the nightlife entertainment or whatever. And so think about those as the costumes, right? Those were the costumes or the uniforms for that kind of lifestyle, Right. There's a connotation put towards that kind of lifestyle. Okay. And you wore that for sexual attention. Now we're wearing that as our everyday clothes. Like we're wearing the stripper outfits as everyday clothes when those outfits were intentionally made
for this setting
to get sexual attention. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if I put on a hooker costume, like if I say, you ever watch the movie Pretty Woman?
No.
Girl, I feel like every woman needs to watch that movie because she was a prostitute and then he fell in love with her and pretty much like she bought new clothes, stuff like that. You could see the way that she was treated and all that other stuff. And I just love that movie. I love the transition.
Yeah. I just want you to like dive deep into your perspective because we're two different women and we have
what is your perspective?
We have different perspective. But like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it, right place, right time. But I don't mind. Like I'm past the stage because I was that girl that I had my little cheeks out or my big cheeks out. But I would have my cheeks out, my Daisy Dukes on, or maybe like a crop top. I was that girl.
Crop tops aren't really.
No,
that's not crazy. Like you can pick your kid up in a crop top.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was crop top, Daisy Dukes in the summer, or like maybe one of the outfits from Fashion Nova. That might be a little bit too revealing. I was that girl. Am I that girl today? No. Do I still want to be sexy? Yes. So I still may have like I said, fitted. I'm more like fitted dresses now.
Yeah.
Or like fitted shirts.
Grown woman sexy.
Yes. But at one point, I was that girl. So that's why I wanted to feel
but at one point we all were. But it's like it takes that's the thing with men. Men hold each other accountable in a way that women don't.
And I would be annoyed though when men would be like,
but men
girl, look at that.
Yeah, but then it's also like I literally intentionally put this on because it showed my ass. You know, like I put this on because it made my titties look good.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting people to look at my titties because this is a look at my titty shirt.
Yeah.
So it's like, but women, we don't. A lot of circles of women, like we don't hold our friend groups accountable when it comes to stuff. When it comes to maturing in that mindset, we pretty much embrace the immaturity still. Yeah. We're like, do you, girl? I'm all for it. I'm pro woman, but I feel like that's anti-woman to see them doing something that is not going to get the results that they want. Like if you want the results, if you want that kind of attention, if that's the lifestyle you want to be in the entertainment industry, or you want the sexual attention, then what you're doing is aligning with getting that, and good for you because you're getting what you want.
Yes.
But no woman has told me that they want that.
Yeah.
So it's like
most women
you want to be treated as a princess, so carry yourself as a princess. You want to be treated like a queen, carry yourself as a queen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Queens got nice titties too. And they're not putting them out. They might got nicer titties. They're not putting them out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a level of respect.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about any person in any influential position outside of the industry, even the people that are getting paid millions to dress like that don't do that outside the stage, or outside of an event, or when they're in character. Like I look at those things as costumes. And so it's like, if I want to put a hoe costume on because I feel like getting treated like a hoe today, I'm going to put my hoe costume on so I can get treated like a hoe today.
Stop calling them costumes. Oh my God.
Because you have to think about it. You have to think about it.
Yeah.
Like everything you put on is like your costume. Like this is your presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is your character. And that character has different costumes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so dead.
But it makes sense when I put it that way. That's the simplest way for me to explain it. Like that character that you have in your head, like what do they wear? That's the costume.
Yeah. Like
that's that girl costume. I'm gonna put that costume on, you know? Or that's that, that's that one that's gonna get that kind of attention.
Yeah.
But we don't, as women, hold each other accountable to have a realistic view on what we can expect.
Yeah.
We can't expect the world, but you know what I'm saying? Not give it to ourselves first, or not treat ourselves that way first. Like I said, you have to treat yourself like a queen, and then other people will receive you as that. Yeah. But you can't say deep down inside, I treat myself like a queen. But on the outside, I like to be a hoe.
Okay.
Like you can't. It don't make sense because a queen values her body.
Yes.
These are things that the woman body is power. You know what I'm saying? And everyone shouldn't have access to see it.
Yes. You
can imagine all you want, babe. They're gonna imagine regardless.
Yes. But
when you start pulling it out, like, hey, look at this. Imagine if I'm wearing this dress and we're sitting here talking, guys. And I'm like, you guys want to see my titties really quick? Of course they're gonna say, yeah. But that's the same thing we're doing when we wear something that already has our titties out.
Yeah.
But we just don't have to say, hey, you guys want to see my titties? We just look at them when our titties are already out. Yeah. And then they see them. And then we expect them to pretend like they don't see them. Or else we're being degraded. But we degraded ourselves first.
But by having titties out? Not nipples, but like titties out.
Yes.
I'm dead.
The thing is, if you want the results and you want that kind of attention, then I'm not going to tell you to do anything different.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't heard a woman say they want that kind of attention.
Yeah.
So if you want to be treated like a queen, then just treat yourself like a queen. And how does a queen dress? Exactly. Like, how does a queen dress? And then what a queen looks like in your head, if you close your eyes right now, what does a queen look like in your head?
Beyonce.
Do you see Beyonce with her titties out? No. Exactly. And she got some nice titties.
Yeah. Well,
she has the most expensive
not anymore,
titties.
anyway.
I'm sure she done got them done.
No, I'm saying like, you said, do I see Beyonce with her titties? Oh, yeah. And I said, well, not anymore.
Right, but she does it on the stage.
Yeah.
You know? And even then, she really don't, you know, she carries herself at a level of class that makes her queen bee. Mm-hmm. Even Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Still a level of class. Even Cardi B, when they're out in public, they don't, you know. Well, no. When you see pictures of Cardi, well, she do be looking real raunchy sometimes. But for the most part, like if you catch a picture of her out with dinner with her husband or something, like you don't be seeing them dressed up in what we see on stage. Yeah. Exactly. It's made for entertainment. It's that costume. Mm-hmm. But social media has made us think that costume should come into real life. And now we should all be able to live like Cardi B and Beyonce every day on the street. Yeah. No. And we got to be realistic with each other. As women, especially Black women, I don't know about the other girls, but we have to start holding each other accountable. And that starts with our presentation. Like, what costume are we putting on? Because what you wear, even if I choose not to wear it, what you wear, that's what we're going to hear about. That's what we hear about in all the podcasts. Oh, Black women this, Black women that, oh, they're naked outside. Oh, there's another viral video. Yeah. And it's like, we have to start holding each other accountable because when one of us falls, we all fall. Because we're all setting the bar for Black women. I saw something on Instagram. Like, I tend to watch, like, a lot of the reels all the time. And there was something that I came across where the guy was like, well, it was in the comments. And the guy was like, well, y'all not leaving anything to imagination anymore. All you have to Why buy the cow? All you have to do is just open your phone and everything's right there. So I want to know what y'all look like fully clothed. So I don't know if he was being like for real or if he was like he was being for real. He was just making everybody in the comments or like I don't know. He was making it very light, but that's real. Yeah. You know? That's why when we even as women, when you see a woman put together, we all it's like I would love to have had a guy here just to kind of we need to do that. To give his like feedback on your perspective, my perspective, and the actual guy's perspective. Yeah, because I can only speak for me, and a lot of men aren't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If they're benefiting from it, they ain't gonna speak on it. A lot of men will sit back quietly, and they'll even egg it on even worse. They'll be like, "We don't care. Let her be a hoe." You know what I'm saying? We don't care. We don't care about body count, sir. Yes, you do. Right. Yeah. Care about body. This is 2024. You know why he said that? Because he's trying to crack. But be so for real. You care. Yeah. Because what you're doing with your homeboys. Talking about it. And asking them if they want to turn because that's what you think she is because you done told you her body count. Like, come on. We have to hold each other accountable so we're not taking an L behind closed doors as Black women. Like, I love it. We got to do better. I love it. So we're going to table this. I would love to continue this because you have brought like so much light to the conversation and I appreciate you. So I would love to have a guy perspective. Yeah, we need to do a part 2. Yes. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for tuning in and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.